What is up, guys? I'm Tickets, you are the spectators. This is my gameplay. It's on Village. It's a 28 and 1 team deathmatch. I'm playing with one other person, the Buzzy one. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is gaming outside of the US and the UK. The first issue we have, gaming in particular in Australia, is no exposure to any sort of gaming event or pro circuit or any of that sort of stuff that the US and the UK seem to have. Things like your E3, your Eurogamer, all of that sort of stuff. There is nothing to even remotely compare to anything like that in Australia. They had a few attempts at a Games One Expo and a E Games, but from what I've heard from the people that went or any of the forums on it, it was just terrible. It wasn't worth going to. It wasn't even worth looking at. I've heard a few people say that they've been to other smaller events that were like sort of electronic shows and things like that. And again, it didn't really specify into gaming as such or have any exposure to new games or anything like that. With the release of things like Black Ops 2 coming up soon and things like that, Australia has no exposure whatsoever to it. Like, it may as well not be happening. You might pass your local gaming store and see a few signs up or things like that, but there's no advertisement. There's definitely no TV advertisement. There's no big sporting event advertisement like there is in the US with the Super Bowl or any sort of things like that. It's just terrible, really. I mean, we don't get any exposure, and it's not to say that the interest isn't there. I know for myself in particular, I've gamed for a long time now, played a lot of the first-person series from, your PlayStation 1 right through all the original Xbox, the Xbox 360. At the moment, I'm playing on the PlayStation 3 because my Xbox 360 just broke. And it's really unfortunate because I really feel there is a lot of good Australian and New Zealand gamers out there that could easily match it with some of the US and UK gamers for sure. I don't know if they're like pro circuit quality or anything like that. I haven't watched a lot of the MLG or anything like that to sort of see the quality of it. It doesn't really interest me that much at the moment. I kind of like more watching public sort of stuff, watching people getting beasted on with salt kill streaks and specialists and all of that sort of stuff that everyone kind of hates at the moment. And it really is an unfortunate thing because I personally would love to see something like a Eurogamer or a E3 or something like that come to Australia. I think it'd be really successful. There are so many, there's just as many nerds in Australia as there is anywhere else in the world. And it would definitely be a packed house. Like, you go into your electronic stores and things like that here in Australia, and they're packed full of people that are keen to find out the info on Black Ops 2, and the only place we can really find it as sort of Australian New Zealanders is at your local electronic store or on YouTube. And I mean, we're relying heavily on the big YouTubers giving us the information that we need. Like, we can't find out any of the actual gameplay stuff or anything like that on Black Ops 2 because there's nothing around here to give us the opportunity to do that. And I, for one, think that it sucks. To be honest, it's just not good. And the other thing, I guess, that really lets Australian and New Zealand gaming down is our internet connection. It is just terrible. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube stuff of US and UK gamers moaning about their sort of 50 up, 50 down and 10 up sort of connections and things like that, and I think, oh, what I would do for a connection like that. I think I average a 5 down, 3 up connection on a good day if, kids haven't come home from school and started hogging on the internet looking at crap. And that just makes it twice as hard to game. We can't game with any US or UK gamers as much as we'd like to. I'd like nothing more than to jump on with some of the big YouTubers when they're streaming and things like that, but our connection just won't let us even join the lobbies, or if we do, we're red barred, and it's embarrassing to do so, and I wouldn't want to put myself in that position. Anyway guys, the clip's about to wrap up here. As you can see, we absolutely slayed them. It was a little embarrassing for them, I think. If you agree or disagree with anything that I've said about the gaming community for us here, or the internet connection, or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to get behind us and support us in trying to get something like a big games event in Australia so we can get some exposure to this, also leave a comment. You know what to do with all the buttons and the links. Hit them up. I'd really appreciate it if you did. And I'd like to say thanks for listening, guys. I'm Tickets, and I'm out.